Team spirit in the workplace simply means having a team that wants to show up to work every day. Now, often, this looks like shared team values, feeling appreciated and knowing each other socially as well. So as hybrid managers and leaders, it's important that we make sure our teams feel proud of the work that they're doing. On a daily basis, we should be giving shout-outs to individual team members, creating team rewards, and hosting celebrations for a job well done, not just in person, but even digitally. You can find your own unique way to show that appreciation. Remember, how you do it is less important than whether or not you do it. Now, moving from value visibly, think about what are some of the concrete ways that we can communicate carefully to foster team spirit. How about creating spaces for informal conversations that drive social connections, or allowing for social chatter before meetings? On a more work-focused note, we can create discrete work message chains that separate our conversations by topic or need so that our teams aren't feeling overwhelmed or lost with 300 reply emails on the same chain. Let's talk about collaborating confidently to build team spirit. It's similarly built on the practices we discussed earlier in the course. When team members are not consistently having meetings that are canceled on their calendar at the last minute, when follow-ups are sent in a way that's strategically valuable, they are more likely to feel part of a trusting and successful team that they enjoy. And as far as the fourth pillar, trusting totally, good hybrid managers create spaces for celebration and inspiration sharing. That can be as simple as the Slack channel where you share interesting articles or books. Remember, a big part of team spirit is working in an environment where you're allowed to speak up and supported in doing so. Take a look at the Team Spirit one-page summary. There are different options, and remember, there are options. As great hybrid work managers, you can think about spaces and places for team spirit. Here are also some questions I want you to reflect on to build team spirit in hybrid work. Are there cliques among your team members, and how can you bridge the gap between these groups in hybrid work and also form a stronger bond as an entire team? Is there one team member who almost always speaks the loudest and takes airtime? Is this person helpful or annoying? What are some of the ways you can get different voices to join in? Or is there one team member who is almost always the quietest? How can you encourage them? Lastly, how does your team deal with conflict? Are there issues with passive-aggressive behavior? Are people masked behind a screen? Remembering how to diffuse conflict really matters. Make sure to use the worksheet download on Team Spirit to be thoughtful about instilling better practices in hybrid work. Remember that despite these greater distances between you and your colleagues, it's entirely possible to maintain a strong network within your organization digitally. No matter your personality, it's important to make and maintain connections, not just propagate and preserve a good company culture. But to help your career also, remember that making an effort to help others know who you are, what you do, asking them how you can help them, seeking out connections with new employees will allow you to grow your network. A few ways to do this could include reinforcing network connections, regularly in your organization updating role information so everyone knows what is everyone's role and how can they support others. Secondly, engaging in virtual communities, hybrid lunch and learns, having executives speak at other divisions' town halls is an example of how to impart knowledge and help people understand what different roles, functions are, as well as spreading company news. Employee resource groups are also a good way to gain different perspectives. Third, where appropriate, connect with colleagues socially. This could include the hybrid or virtual happy hour, a game night, fitness activities, or just simply catching up over the phone. Remember to also, though, be mindful of the time people spend online. I'm not saying we should just add more meetings to the calendar, but to be thoughtful of when non-work-related interactions matter. Now, after this video, I hope that you'll check out in detail the Team Spirit worksheet that summarizes these 4 areas to sustain team spirit no matter the distance. And truly ask yourself, as a great hybrid work manager, how will you sustain practices that foster team spirit no matter the distance? Let's keep going.